Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. Now, as you can see by the title, this will be a book haul. Now, I actually don't think that most of these books are translated into English. I will look it up, and if they are, link them in the description box. But that was not really the point of this book haul to begin with, because again, as you can see by the title, this book haul is about non-fiction books, and those non-fiction books have two things in common. The first thing is that they could easily apply to a module at my popular culture studies classes and could easily be on one of those reading lists. The second thing they have in common is that they also really interest me with their themes in general, and so I thought it would be a great thing to sort of also let you know where my interests lay with like theoretical and essay non-fiction, and sort of again reinforce my reasons why I chose that field of study alongside art history. So I will briefly talk about each of them, what they are about, and why exactly that topic interests me. Now, this first book is called, also they're all by the German publisher Edition Surkamp. Some of my German or like German speaking viewers might recognize those, and I really think they're super pretty because they're a simple color, and yeah, they're just pretty to look at on the shelves as well. So again, this one is called Wir sind die Stadt by Hanno Rauterberg, Urbanes Leben in der Digitalmoderne, which is translated into English, I'm not sure, but like the translation would be We Are the City, Urban Life in the Modern Ages, or in the Digital Modern Ages. So that's basically what it is. It looks at city life through the lens of how it affects, how it is affected by our digital presence, and how that sort of new wave of modernism is affecting life in the city. I picked this one up because I'm very into theories about city developments, urban life, also suburban lives, the dynamics between cities and smaller places, stuff like that. So those fields very much interest me, and I would like to further in my studies also sort of try to get into some models around that. So that's why I chose this one. The next one is this, and it's called Sunset Boulevard von Filmen, Bauen und Sterben in Los Angeles by Kevine Vennemann. Now, as the title is directly translated into Sunset Boulevard, this talks about the film industry, the architecture, and sort of the decay of what used to be Los Angeles, or what used to be the idea behind Los Angeles. And it sort of looks at those things. It looks at different genres within the movie industry, at different type of architecture, and how they all relate to this idea that Los Angeles wanted to bring forth in like their prime period. So that's what this is about. Now this is collecting multiple things I enjoy in reading. Firstly, it looks at movies, and their effects on the general population. It looks at architecture and its effects on general population, and it looks also again into the role of a city within that whole group of things and how that ties everything together, and sort of also looks into a concept of a city, an idea behind a city, and I'm very much interested in that. The next one is this one. I really love that color, by the way, and this is called Reflexionen vor dem Spiegel, and it is published and edited by Farideh Akashe-Böhme. So this book is a collection of essays, and it could be translated into reflections in front of the mirror. And what this book is, that again, it's a collection of essays by different women, and looking at the inner effects or the personal effects of feminism for women, and how women see themselves. As one of the goals of very early feminism is to sort of stray away from the image of the pretty gender and women being the pretty gender and the expectations that come with that, and the body images that come with that, and how it changed or how it did not change the personal view and the way women look at themselves personally. So it looks at the concepts of beauty, the concepts of body image, but with a personal outlook, and I'm very interested in this one. Sort of a different look, a very much personal look into feminism. This one is called Essen, nicht, Gastrosophische Modelle, and this is edited by Daniele Dell'Agli. Again, a collection of essays surrounding food. And if you saw my video about very specific things I like to read about, you saw that I'm very interested in like the food industry, and this not only looks at food itself, but also how we eat food, how we are sometimes careless about the things we eat and what they do to our bodies, and the aspects of life in general that play into those decisions. And again, it's a collection of essays surrounding that. And again, I'm very much interested in how food and eating is shaping our culture. The next one is quite an exciting one, as it is Liebestod und Femme, Fatale, der Austausch Sozialer Energien zwischen Oper, Literatur und Film by Elisabeth Bronfen. Now, Elisabeth Bronfen is actually a professor at my university for English literature. So I was happily supporting her with this book. I think she does her job excellently, although I don't have courses with her, but like from what I can tell. And this book is going from the theme of Shakespeare and looking at how a lot of aspects from Shakespeare's play are directly influencing the whole film industry, and how he is very much the biggest influence for screenwriting, even though he was not an author that wrote for the screen, and how that affects the film industry, and also, as you can see by the title, how certain she talks about Wagner's Tristan and Isolde, how those things also play into opera, plays into the movie industry, and how those things cross each other and what that means. How opera, literature and film cross each other, and she also looks specifically at the social constructs that come with that. So that is a very exciting one. And now the last one, I think this one is actually originally written in English, so it will be linked in the description box. This one is called Die Versuchung der Pornography by Drucilla Cornell. Now, as you can see by the title, this is a look at pornography from gender studies and a feminist look. It looks at both sides of that discussion of if it reinforces sexism or it goes against it, or how we view pornography in the greater scheme of gender studies and gender studies in general, especially in regards of sexuality and the general viewpoint of sexuality in common media is something that really interests me. One of my favorite professors that I had last year also has a master module regarding pornography, and I think they are reading this one, so yeah, I'm very much interested in this. So those are the non-fiction ones I picked, and yeah, just letting you know the type of things I'm interested in with like theoretical essay type of stuff, and to also show you why I chose that field of study, because basically it is already what I'm interested in reading about in my private life. So it was great that I was able to combine both things. So yeah, let me know if you also have similar interests, what you think about those books, and I will definitely be talking about all of them individually and their themes once I've read all of them, or like once I've read them I will do a separate video on each of those books. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you soon for another one. Bye!